We were so ready. Butterflies, good vibes. I even put on lipstick. And then that happened. Where do we even start with that? I mean, okay. Bueno was not so bueno. I mean, he didn't get shelled in the 3-1 loss to the Diamondbacks on opening day in St. Louis. He just didn't have great command. He couldn't get quick outs. He was trying to pick corners and it wasn't working, and he was trying to miss bats and that wasn't working either. The infield defense wasn't quite what maybe it could have been, and he really did have to be 100% in the strike zone to get anything called. And all of that contributed to Adam Wainwright leaving disappointed before the end of the 4th inning. There was also a significant drop in velocity on the fastball from the 1st inning to the 4th inning before he left. From 92 roughly in the 1st inning to 86 in the 4th inning, and that was pretty concerning. But after the game, both Mike Matheny and Adam Wainwright insisted that that was intentional to try to regain some command on the fastball, to maybe try to incorporate a little bit of extra movement. The problem is, it didn't work. And it's a fine idea, a good thing to try, sure. And in the past, I've often commended Adam Wainwright for his ability to adjust on the fly, to find some little trick that makes him successful even if he doesn't have his very best stuff. The thing that gets hard to defend in this case is that Adam Wainwright was coming off of an injury and he didn't take a rehab start, where he could have toyed with that velocity trick against minor league hitters, not against the Arizona Diamondbacks. I know that I argued yesterday that Adam Wainwright's career repertoire gave him the right to start the home opener in St. Louis, and I stand by that 100%. I mean, if Adam Wainwright is healthy and competitive, he absolutely had dibs on that start in my mind. But it's the job of the organization to sort of be able to recognize when Adam's competitive spirit and his physical readiness aren't really in line. Now, there were some tough breaks yesterday. I think everyone who's saying that Adam Wainwright was a disaster is overblowing it a little bit. He still threw some pretty classic Adam Wainwright pitches here and there, just not consistently enough to go deep into the game. That said, if he isn't in a position to go more than 4 innings, or to maintain his velocity more than twice through the order, there are going to be some tough conversations that have to come up pretty soon between him and the powers that be. Of course, that won't happen until he gets at least 3 or 4 more starts to try to figure it out. Let's be real. The heart wants Adam Wainwright to be great again, but the heart can sometimes be misleading. You know who else got stood up by the Cardinals yesterday? Kolten Wong. Yet again, the Cardinals' everyday second baseman didn't get to start the home opener. Why? Because Robbie Ray's a lefty, of course. Also because they really needed to see what they had in Jairo Munoz on that day, specifically for the entire game. Look, I know that I am always going to be in Kolten's corner, but I try to be fairly reasonable about these things. He's a left-handed hitter who tends to not hit so well against left-handed pitchers, like most left-handed hitters do. But to be clear, he hit .274 last year off of lefties with a .360 OBP, and he's batting 8th. In all of Major League Baseball last year, the guys batting 8th hit an average of .247 with an OBP of .316. But that's not even where this gets problematic for me, because if you want to build a lineup based on stats and splits and probabilities, great. Give me your best lineup every day, regardless of whose name that means writing onto the lineup card. Fine, but that's not what Mike Matheny does. Exhibit A, Adam Wainwright. Exhibit B, Matt Adams, who started against lefties all the time and, by the way, has some career numbers lower than Kolten Wong against left-handed pitching. And Exhibit B, Brandon Moss. Need I say more? See, Mike Matheny routinely makes decisions that are not all about the numbers, but are instead about something else, except for when it comes to Kolten Wong. I don't know. If you don't see the double standard in giving Adam Wainwright the home opener start because of how much it was going to mean to him, and then giving Jairo Munoz the opening day start over Colton Wong because it's not that big of a deal, then I don't know what to say. Meanwhile, Munoz, who I'll admit hit his way onto the 25-man roster, went 0 for 3 against Robbie Ray, and didn't do anything spectacular defensively to make me believe that he was the better choice. But tell me again how left-handed Colton Wong would have been the problem in a lineup that only scored 1 run anyway. I mean, say what you want about Adam Wainwright, but he and the bullpen did keep the Cardinals in this game. You're not going to win very many games where you only score 1 run. In fact, in 2017, the Cardinals only scored 1 run 15 times. You know their record in those games? 1-14. Last night, Marcell Ozuna and Yadier Molina were the only 2 Cardinals to pick up hits against the Diamondbacks, who, for the record, are a very good team. But to think, just yesterday, I was so complimentary of the depth and the potential of this lineup. You win some, you lose some. But as far as opening days go, this one was pretty much a dud. Yep.